Hey, welcome back to the Vinyl Village Garage sale. What you gonna talk about sale for? Well, what talk about sale for is I want to find that stuff a new home. That's my organized, disorganized chaos. Now, I'm not sure if there's any gems really hiding in there. It looks worse than it really is. There's like 3 engine blocks in the bottom of that pile, the big fender wells, and big pieces. So it looks horrible. That box I had fell over and blew the side out. Cardboard boxes aren't your friends. I'm putting big, heavy metal parts in and moving them around. Go figure. But so I'm going to work on doing some sorting in here. And then if I find anything or you see anything while I'm digging through this, hit me up in the comments. And my intentions are I really appreciate people sending me parts. It's been super helpful. It has saved my butt on many occasions. So I'm kind of thinking I might do the same thing for you. So this is something that was donated to me. I will not sell it. I will only charge just a shipping cost to get it to you. I don't want to profit off someone else being generous to me. I'd like to go ahead and pass that forward. It's kind of where my mind is at with it. So some of the parts are donated. Some of the stuff I've collected. Some of the stuff I've got off cars. I just like to find it a better home besides sitting here. And of course, it might be kind of fun digging through it and sorting out and see what all the heck's in that pile. So that's what we're going to get into here today at the old Vinyl Village garage sale. Well, let's just kind of dig into this mountain mass. Engine hoist, engine stand, tire changer, not for sale. I'm keeping those. I have hinges for 69. That's that teal colored. And if you see any orange hinges or autumn bronze, that's 68, which we know those are a little bit different now. I have cylinder heads. Those are number 62. So these are on that engine that sat in the woods. They are probably honestly junk. 2 center consoles in various conditions, both automatics. I don't have a manual transmission console on this side of the shop. 68 grills that are pretty busted up. Those fender wells are going to go back on Dad's car. Cowling's going back on Dad's car. Inside of here, see if I can get over here without killing myself. This is pretty cool. Now, these were donated to me again. Super awesome setup. If you have a 1969 Firebird doing a trunk floor and you need the shaker mounts, that's what's in this box here. They were donated to me because I figured I could find them a new home or I might end up using them, but I have 3 sets of those now. I'll never need 3 sets. So if anyone wants these, again, they would not be a charge item. They would be free, just whatever shipping might be. Or if it's super cheap, I'll send them to you for Christmas. 3 sets. Keep that in mind. I got to find the other 2, but they're here somewhere. This is a spare panel. Valve cover is not worth a whole lot. Instrument cluster for a 67 Firebird. The gauge faces are almost in mint shape. Only has like 70,000 miles on it. Even the back here is in great shape. The lens is a little scratched up from being bounced around, but something like that, make me an offer. Probably send it to you for free. Well, I guess whatever shipping might be. These bad boys right here. If you have a really sharp eye, you know what you're looking at. That's some unobtainium right here. He just has a switch on. These are 1969 clutch pedals. I'm just going to stop right now and say, not for sale, no way, no how, not going nowhere. These go to the 1969 Firebird 400 4-speed car that sat in the woods right here with my dad's car. So when I found this car in the woods, we also found the car these are going to go to. I've actually acquired these over the time, collecting parts that I just couldn't resist getting my hands on them. But I have now debated that maybe I'll sell the entire car. So, want more information on that? Let me know. But these aren't going to go by themselves. Rusty engine block. I guess the numbers matching block that 400 car. Those are the heads. It's honestly a boat anchor, but that number stamping on the front, I just have a hard time throwing it away. There's a 1971 400 that came out of my dad's car underneath that pile there. It needs a new home. I have, I think, 3 drive shafts for automatics or manual trans. Will not fit Turbo 400 in current condition, but I have a couple, 2, 3 of those. I'd like to find those new homes. Oh, I don't know what's on the bottom of the stack. They'll have to dig in there a little bit further. Now, this box here is, honestly, I think parts that go back to my dad's car. This was leftover parts. And there's a tote on the bottom there that was donated from Louis. 1968 350 crankshaft. It's in really nice shape, nodular iron one. Don't have a home for it. Now, you could rebalance that and use it in a 400. But if I don't find a home for it soon, it's probably going to go to the scrap pile. And I have another one over there. There's a Muncie 4-speed. Again, no, that has a home for my Firebird 400. That comes with the deal if you buy the car. And also somewhere in this pile is a 1969 400 block that's already been bored and cleaned and freeze plugs and cam bearings. That goes with that 400 car. But you can see now, I need to make some room. I think Louie's got dibs on the 4-barrel air cleaner here that I have. I have that one and that one there. I'm going to probably send those to L&L Pontiac. But we'll start digging into this and see what else pops up. Complete left and right engine mounts. Everybody needs those. I have, these were donated from L&L Pontiac for my dad's car, so they're not going to go anywhere, but these are the carpet or the covers for the wires run down the rocker panel, so I'm going to keep a hold of them. Now, I don't think too many folks need a 2-barrel car, but it's been pretty much removed of all good parts, I think, at this point. Now, it could be rebuilt, I suppose, but it appears to be, looking for stamping on it here. I don't even see the number on it. But anyway, that's 68, 69, somewhere around there. But anyway, well, that needs a new home, or that might just go to the scrap pile. Now I have some throttle brackets. Not the same. One has a kick down. One's for a 2-barrel. I think one's for a 4-barrel, so a little different. I think they sell these repop, though, so not necessarily super rare, but already talked about this. Anybody wants that, please let me know. That's got to go. I don't have a 67 bird. I don't foresee that happening. And if it does, I'll worry about that then. Fender extensions, that goes to Dad's car. Not really finding anything really cool yet. It's a bag of bolts and hardware. Factory distribution block. We'll call that scrap. Don't need that. Radio cut out. I'll hold on to that. Oh, that's the bumper surround. First gen F body engine mount. Not that great a shape. I'm gonna call that trash. Wire harness gutter for 69. He cut it down for 68, so we'll hold on to that. Leather stripping. Window regulator. Bumper bolts, unknown condition ignition coil. We'll get rid of that. Oh, voltage regulator. Probably not worth anything, but it says the Delco Remy cover on it. I'm gonna hold on to that. Yeah, I'm not getting very far here. I keep holding on to more than I'm getting rid of. I think there's a trend here. That's trash. Trash. Yep. What the heck? Those are kind of cool bolts. I'm going to keep on digging. If I find something, I'll bring you back. All right, well, I did find one here. 1970 Pontiac alternator bracket. Pretty decent shape. Got some scuffs in it, but it's not rusted bad. So, I don't think I'll ever need this. So, again, put this on your list of if you need it, let me know. This came off of that 69 GTO parts car that I purchased. It had a 1970 350 in it. Couldn't bring myself to throw it away, but it needs a new home. Let me, what do you say? All right, got another gem right here. 1968. I don't know. 9790843YC. I know it's a factory AC compressor pulley. Don't really need it. The vintage air doesn't use this style. It uses the later like 70s AC pulley. I acquired this somewhere in the life of playing cars. So if you need that, let me know. I'm only keeping this for the lock cylinder hole because mine's all messed up on my new panel that I got. But I think I got it ironed out. So nope. Gross. Ew. Factory valve covers. Going once, going twice. Nobody wants those. Next. Oh, hey, let's talk about this. Windage trays. Full length. They have some now, or the later ones that took the front off. In the last few years of Pontiac engines, obsolete turd. They decided that they no longer need them. I'm going to go for weight savings, cost savings, and they also determined a lot of dyno testing. What I've been told, now I haven't done my own dyno testing, this actually hurt power than it did gain. So Yep, ins, outs, and downs. A windage tray is a good idea, but this design did not work. The arguments are the drain holes aren't large enough. Was it factory on some engines? Sure. Do I hold on to it? No idea. It's kind of a cool piece, but I have several of these. If you want one, free right now. Let me know. Making progress here. Making progress. Yeah, console plastic. That hole's still ish there. That one's gone and wasted. Side plastic isn't busted. Yeah, I give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10 point scale. It needs some love, but if you don't have one and it's all busted up, better than nothing. But if not, we're going to get rid of that one. The chrome is not pitted yet. Well, yep, I got some pitting here. I think this came out of that 69 Firebird at Louie's house there in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that hinge being like that, it was out in the weather. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. Probably junk it. So, anyway, another center console. And the vinyl's all coming off of it. So it would need to be refinished. Studs are there, but whatever. Next. Armrest, dime a dozen. I need some help. These are the little vents that go up in the cowling. It's for the little, by your knee vent there. No, this is the inlet for it. I need to know, you experts out there, are they the same, 68 and 69? I don't know. They look similar, but I can't say for sure. But someone can answer that question for me. Let me know. But I've got a couple sets of these. Now, I didn't record which ones they came out of. I guess I could compare them all, but they look the same to me. Anyone out there know? Let me know. This is going on Buddy Louie. 4-barrel hole. And then 2-barrel. Obviously not the same. But he likes to cut these things up and turn the 2-barrel ones into 4-barrel. Not a bad idea. But I'll leave that for him. That's going to be his toy. Nice lid. And making some progress. Let's get the camera here and show you what I got. Well, now that I'm starting to look at this again, that wasn't that bad of a mess. Now, it still has a mountain of stuff here, but this is that junky 400 block that came out of the car in the woods. It's a boat anchor. I have to accept that. That's a 70-something Firebird 400. Firebird. It's a Pontiac 400 of some sort. It's got to go. I think I got a taker for that already, but if not, make it a great price. Make it go away. And there's some unobtainium sitting down there. There's 2 of those actually stacked there back to back. I'm not going to say what they are, but if someone can tell me, still not for sale, but you get a good laugh out of it. I actually got 2 of those. Fender wells go to Dad's car, but that's it. I've basically just got to get rid of this engine block here, get rid of that engine there, and then underneath that there is that 1969 400 that's already been machined and ready to be reassembled. So I've actually made a lot of room. This is the part box for Dad's car. Still 90% of that's still going to get used. This is miscellaneous hardware. That console, that's for the takings, but I'm basically going to dump everything in my one little tote here, get rid of those air cleaners, and I'm actually just about done. This isn't as bad as I thought. That was kind of sort of anticlimactic, but what I've done, I kind of put everything back here in the corner. That's my keep pile. That is a 1973 400, ran the numbers on that. The one crankshaft is a 1969 400 crankshaft. I don't remember exactly where I got that from. I think I bought it when I got that engine block that goes to that 400 car. So I'm going to call it goes with that. And I have a 1968 350 crank. It's in great shape. Got to go. That's kind of this pile here, just on this side of the garage. Now, kind of reduce that much. And I got my huge pile of trash I'm going to get rid of here. Got my old welder. I've had that thing since the beginning of time. I think I'm ready to part ways with the old girl. She's been great, but got like 5 of those things now. I got plenty of welders. I have a 1967 400 block. I have some money into shipping on that one. It is standard bore, I think, currently right now, but it will need bored out, a little bit of pitting in the cylinder walls. So may part ways with that. Not 100% sure, but someone needs a 67 400 block, let me know. And I got a couple boxes up here we're going to dig into before we call it quits. You know, going through boxes, you find treasures. This was donated to me. It's an MSD distributor and coil for a Pontiac. So this is actually kind of cool. I think I'm going to hold on to this for my high school car. Like the go fast parts, you can say, right? That looks pretty neat. So I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to grab this other box and see what's hiding there. But sometimes I forget what I got. So this is a good review for me. So I can go, oh, yeah, by the way, I have one of those. Now, 90% of this stuff was donated by a viewer. So again, I can't sell it for any money. But I think I might keep most stuff I see inside here. It's got some pretty cool things. The whole hood latch assembly, I believe, for 1969. HEI distributor. These aren't that expensive on the internet now, but you can update to that. That's brand new, never been installed. And I mean, just oodles of stuff that's kind of hanging out. But I think I'm going to hold on to most of this stuff for now. It looks like I have more than one hood latch. These are 1969 because it has the hooks like this. Yeah, that's 69. So, anyway, I think that's going to kind of take care of everything that I got. But surprisingly, not as much junk here as I originally thought. It actually looks a lot better. So we didn't find the lost ark or anything of really significant value necessarily, but it's still kind of fun to dig through that stuff and remind me what all I have. I don't have an inventory written down. It's all stored in here. And I'm noticing that I don't remember everything. So I found a lot of parts. I got them all laid inside the car here. Little Mickey Mouse stuff, but it still adds up. New gas pedal, parking brake cover with the trim ring. There's a handful of little goodies that I didn't know I had and I would have bought again. So I needed to go through that anyway to reduce my inventory, so to speak. And if you see anything of interest that you might want, let me know. I'll probably just sell it to you for the cost of shipping it to you. That's not a bad deal. I said a lot of stuff was donated to me, and I appreciate you sending it to me. And if I'm going to use it, I will. But if I can't, my goal is to find it at home, keep these cars going back together, and get them back on the road as soon as possible. And speaking of as soon as possible, I think I've been at this about 6 months, my dad's car. That was a complete sheet metal overhaul on the body shell. Complete rebuilt engine, rebuilt transmission, all new bearings there in the rear axle, all new brakes all the way around, refurbished everything at this point, as you can see. Where I'm going with that is, how many other of you out there, I consider this about halfway done. Maybe a little over halfway done. How are you doing on your projects and your timeline? Let me know in the comments. You've been at it for 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 5 weeks. Don't lose motivation. I'm just kind of curious how much time you've all got invested into your rides at this point now, because I'm hoping to have this in paint early spring and then finished up here springtime, but fingers crossed we'll be able to work that out. But weather permitting, it's supposed to be like 5 degrees here next week. If that's the case, I probably won't be out here very much. I'm not sure what I'll be doing for videoing, but I now have a few more bits of space here in front of the car I can walk through without tripping over parts again. Now, we're not going to talk about the third bay. That's a whole nother mess over there. Another one of those, let's go dig around and see what we find parts kind of thing, because there's a bunch of stuff over there. It's been there for several years, so I need to do the same thing, purge it out. I had a pile of trash here between the two cars. Got it out of here. So making some room, making some progress. Let me know how you're doing on yours, and hopefully this Friday I'll have some cool video going, maybe on this vintage air stuff or whatever we get, or maybe a test drive if the roads dry up. We'll see. Nonetheless, thanks for hanging out with me in the Vinyl Village garage sale. Again, if you see anything you like, let me know. Work out a deal, send it your way, or I'll just sit on it. No big deal to me. I just like having this stuff around, but if I can find it at home, that's the goal. So anyway, thanks for following me, and we'll catch you all next time.